All right, Jonathan, let's talk about tech history. May 24th through the 31st. What do we
All
got?
right. First off, May 24th, the first telegraph service launched.
What? Let me share my screen here. The first telegram. What hath God wrought?
That was the
They're
first.
like old English words, huh?
Yeah, that was the first message.
Yeah, I think so. What hath God wrought? What is so in modern English is what has God worked? Work? Is it work or worked?
Work.
It's one of those.
Cool. Yeah.
You know, technically, Jonathan, if we learn Morse code, we can blink messages to each other while we do our podcast, So I can tell you like, hey, there's something wrong with what you're saying. And nobody would know. There was an episode of The Big Bang Theory where Bernadette, which is Sheldon's girlfriend,
Mhm,
was working with Howard, the Jewish guy,
mhm.
the astronaut, and they were working on something. And so Sheldon came to visit them and had brought some lunch. And while he's talking to her, he's blinking, he's like just blinking at her. And she's all like, "What's wrong with your eyes?" He's like, "Nothing. I'm sending you Morse code message about Howard." And then Howard's like, "I'm here in the room. I can hear you." That. And he goes, "If you have something to say it to me." So Sheldon starts blinking and he's all like, "What is that?" He goes, "It's Morse code." He goes, "I'm a little rusty with Morse code." He goes, "Let me try it again." So, but yeah, I guess you had to be there. It's funny. All right. First telegram sent out 1844.
All
Cool.
right. On May 24th, the first night baseball game. Wow.
1935. That's when they came up with the sunlight.
Those are pretty bright lights.
The Philadelphia Phillies against the Cincinnati Reds. Oh, Chicago Cubs.
Well, they couldn't light up the audience. They look so dark in the background too. Or maybe it's
Yeah.
just the camera. It's just black and white.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, back then, well, I don't know. I think those cameras are pretty good. I mean, even though they were just black and white. 1935.
Yeah.
The Night Sun.
All right. On May 25th, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away, another Star Wars movie. Or
Oh,
this is the first Star Wars.
this was the first. Oh, so they released it. So Empire Strikes Back. Remember in the previous episode of our tech history,
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back was
Was
released
21st.
on the 21st. So I
Yeah.
guess they do it. Oh, they do it on May all the time. And that's why they have the joke, May the 4th be with you.
Oh,
That makes sense now.
yeah.
But don't they now release some? Doesn't Disney release some in December now?
I think so, yeah. That's like their new dates.
Yeah. But they still left the May the 4th be with you.
All right. The next, oh, wait, exactly on the day, Return of the Jedi
So
came out.
1977 to 1983. 6 years to the day.
Wow.
Princess Leia, man, they always had her in some sexy outfit. Look at that. And look at this one here. This is like borderline porn, if you ask me.
All right. On May 26th, Bill Gates' internet tidal wave.
Internet tidal wave. What is this? I guess he sent a oh, 1995. He missed the boat.
For the internet?
Yeah. It's interesting that something like this would get out. I would think this is like, well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's like, what is it? 30, almost 25 years ago. So I guess something like this wouldn't matter if it leaked out of Microsoft.
Hmm?
Yeah, because I think in our previous segment was the Next Computer web server by Tim Byrne something or other, who created the first internet web server.
Wow. This is like his direct email to all of his people.
Executive staff.
Wow. All right. On May 27th, Windows hits version 2.1.
What? I think I started using Windows in version 3. I don't think I actually use any of the previous versions.
Wow, you got some color in there? Look at that. That's paint?
That's the old Paint software.
Whoa.
But you notice that it still ran on top of MS-DOS.
Mm-hmm.
So you still needed MS-DOS in order to run Windows. Windows was just like a shell over a graphical interface shell over the operating system shell.
Mm.
So, which is not the case anymore. Now they've completely separated everything, and now you have what they call a kernel, and that kernel can now direct like different services. The terminal is separated. The Windows, the GUI system is now separated. The graphical user interface is what I mean by GUI. All that is separated. Now the kernel is just like this small piece of the operating system itself. I mean, it takes a lot to write that.
Cool. All right. On May 28th, the first modern color movie.
What?
On with the show. Warner Brothers. Wow.
2 colors.
They got color, talking, singing, dancing.
I used to work for this company,
Technicolor.
Technicolor,
Yeah.
over in Burbank, California.
Cool.
Cool.
On May 28th, GIF is not peanut butter. Oh, Jif.
Jif.
GIF is not peanut butter. I
Jif.
pronounce it GIF. How do you pronounce it?
I pronounce them GIFs too.
They're saying it's Jif, though.
Yeah.
Cool. That's when they released GIF.
So this is a graphics interchange format, which didn't last very long.
What do you mean it didn't last?
Like it had its own limitations. So you couldn't do color photographs, or you couldn't reproduce color photograph. So I don't think you can print a GIF file. And so what they had to do was they had to produce the JPEG. JPEG, what does JPEG stand for? Something. Let's see. What does JPEG stand for?
Joint Photo Experts Group. It's the second paragraph.
Joint Photographic Experts Group. Oh, it's a standard. So yeah, so essentially the JPEG became popular because I'm not exactly sure of the numbers here, but let's just say that the color spectrum blue.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, for example, there's a total of 10,000 different blues in the spectrum of blue. But on those 10,000, the eye can only see like every, I don't know, 100 differences.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference between 0 and 100, the eye can't tell the difference. And so removing 2 through 99 on the spectrum of color reduces the size of the image.
Mm-hmm.
And so by removing those spectrums and just replacing them with a similar spectrum within the 100 different shades that the eye cannot see, it reduces the size of the image. But to the eye, even though you lose quality, the eye can't tell the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And so what these people came up with was a way of like, hey, let's get rid of what the eye can't see anyways. And we not only compress the image, we reduce the size of the image, we don't lose any quality that is seeable by the naked eye. And so that's where JPEG became a new standard. So JPEG is actually portable for any operating system. It doesn't matter what operating system, where GIF is not necessarily available for all operating systems. I think it's a lot more widely available, but it still has its limitations. And so that's why when you print something, when you print something from a JPEG to a photograph, you may not get the same quality as if you use like the raw image.
Mm-hmm.
Because the raw image may have some differences that the printer can distinguish, and the printer may the printer may end up losing a lot more quality than what the screen produces.
Got it.
And so that's cool.
Pretty interesting.
It is.
All
Yeah, we got
right.
off the tangent of GIF, but yeah, or GIF, however you pronounce it. I think PNG was the alternative to GIF to get around licensing issues. Oh, so the GIF has licensing issues. Ah, interesting.
Oh, but the patent's expired. Just says it in the next sentence.
Today.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. On May 29th, Apple Newton announced. What is that? Apple Newton?
Yeah, the Fig Newton.
The apple flavor Fig Newtons.
Oh, this is like a handheld device, huh?
Wow. Yeah. 92.
This
Apple
is,
CEO John Scully announces the Newton.
you know what's interesting is that, oh, it's a credit card processor.
Oh, wow. Now taking orders. Yeah. Wow, you can do a lot then.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Order a pizza by moving icons into
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pie and faxing the order from the device. Wow.
And then sliding your credit card. What's interesting was that John Scully had his mindset on portable devices. And I believe that when Steve Jobs came back to Apple, he's all like, no, I'm not going to do this. Like, let's just get rid of these devices. These are they're not money makers. he was against the iPhone. He didn't want to produce the iPhone until the designers and the engineers came up with something that he felt was going to be interested by the community or by the customers of Apple.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he finally, and even then, they had to really sell it on him. But he was against the iPhone, the iPod, all that stuff. He was against it. He didn't want any portable devices. He's like, yeah, people don't want to carry anything. They want to just sit at their desk and work.
Boy, was he wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he ate crow on that one, definitely. Cool.
All right. Next, we have May 29th. Discovery docks with International Space Station. Wow. So the Discovery shuttle docked the space station.
Yeah. To bring supplies, I guess.
That was the first time.
1999. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. On May 30th, first automobile accident. What?
What? 1896. Oh man, look at the steering wheel on that thing.
Wow.
Looks like a reverse shotgun.
That's how you steered it, just with a stick. Collides with a bicycle. Oh man.
Written by Evelyn Thomas. Accused Henry of being from Jersey, but he was actually from Massachusetts.
Wait, he did it on purpose? He's like, you're from Jersey, I'm gonna run you over.
I guess. Is this a motorized?
Yeah, there's a motor in the back.
Yeah.
I wonder how fast they were going.
Duria motor wagon. I'm interested in seeing. $118. Duria Motor Wagon Company. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Cool. I can't believe that they're actually celebrating an accident.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, on May 31st, all your bases belong to us.
Saga releases the video game Zero Wing. Oh, this is from the Sega Mega Drive system.
Oh, okay.
You guys didn't get a Sega system, huh?
Yeah, we did.
You guys had Sega?
We had a Sega Genesis, yeah.
Oh, the Genesis.
Not the Mega Drive, though.
Yeah. This was before you guys were born, I guess. How did you guys get the Sega Genesis?
I don't remember.
I don't remember buying it.
We had them all. So
I know you guys had like Nintendo, Sega, and the handheld ones for when you guys were traveling.
All the handhelds. Yep.
Cool. That's a good way of ending our segment here with the game.
Video games.
You know, a lot of these games you can emulate them on the computer. They sell emulators, and the emulators you can load the file that represents the ROM, and you can actually run it on your computer through that emulator.
Cool.
Yeah. So if you wanna be nostalgic, you can download the emulator, like an NES emulator, or a Sony PlayStation 1 emulator, or N64 emulator, all that stuff. And then you can just download the ROMs, load them, and play them.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So I don't know how legal that is, but apparently you could do that. So cool.
That's
all right.
it for tech history this week.
Yep, that was May 24th through the 31st. Until next time.
All right.